Top 10 Today USA Headline News Number 1 Trump signals openness to Russian demands on Ukraine. President Donald Trump has expressed willingness to consider Russia's demand to keep Ukraine out of NATO. He announced plans for an in-person meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Saudi Arabia to discuss ending the conflict in Ukraine. Additionally, Trump suggested that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky might not remain in power after the war. News Number 2 Trump excludes Europe from Ukraine peace talks. The Trump administration has decided to exclude European countries from peace negotiations concerning Ukraine. European leaders are seeking clarity at the upcoming Munich Security Conference and are attempting to establish contingency plans. This exclusion has raised concerns about future European security and the reliability of U.S. support. News Number 3 Trump administration's cabinet confirmation hearings begin. The Senate confirmation hearings for President Trump's second-term cabinet picks have commenced, with nominees like RFK Jr. Pete Hegseth and Tulsi Gabbard facing significant backlash. Notably confirmed members include Marco Rubio for Secretary of State and Pete Hegseth for Defense Secretary. Several picks are controversial due to their backgrounds or views, testing the new Republican Senate majority's willingness to align with Trump's choices. News Number 4 U.S. inflation rises unexpectedly. The U.S. Consumer Price Index, CPI, has risen unexpectedly to 3%, presenting a significant economic challenge for the Trump administration. This increase in inflation is higher than anticipated and may impact the administration's economic policies. News Number 5 Musk's X agrees to $10 million settlement with Trump. Elon Musk's social media platform, X, has agreed to pay approximately $10 million to settle a lawsuit filed by President Trump. This marks the second social media company to reach a settlement with Trump following the January 6, 2021, riot. News Number 6 U.S. dollar strengthens amid inflation concerns. The U.S. dollar has remained close to a one-week high against the Japanese yen after higher-than-expected U.S. Consumer Price Index data suggested increasing inflation. The euro received a boost from news that the U.S. intends to start negotiations with Russia to end the war in Ukraine. News Number 7 Cybersecurity firm SailPoint raises $1.38 billion in IPO. Cybersecurity firm SailPoint has raised $1.38 billion in its U.S. initial public offering, IPO, by pricing shares at $23, the top end of their marketed range. This IPO gives SailPoint a valuation of $12.6 billion and could set a positive tone for upcoming listings in March. News Number 8 Trump administration advances federal resignation program. A U.S. judge has cleared the way for tens of thousands of federal workers to accept buyouts under the Trump administration's program aimed at reducing the civilian workforce. This initiative is part of broader efforts to streamline government operations. News Number 9 Trump administration sues New York over immigration enforcement. The Trump administration has filed a lawsuit against New York officials over the state's immigration enforcement policies, marking a significant development in the ongoing debate over immigration laws and enforcement practices. News Number 10 U.S. News Live Updates. In other news, fans are upset with Travis Kelce's performance during the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl defeat, feeling he gave up on Patrick Mahomes. Additionally, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell is planning to revamp the game next season with moves such as shifting the draft to prime time and allowing celebrations. For more updates, subscribe us.